situation. Instead, they're looking for a play top lane, and this is what we expect, you know, nice and slow, get behind Yang.
See if they can get ahead. Mega Gnar's about to pop. Now still has flash available and Clear Love's nearby, so this could get risky.
The wave is in a decent place for this if they are trying to bait Mouse in.
Look at this, the staff comes down, a lollop forward. Mouse is taking a lot of damage, down to 300 hit points, but Clear Love shows his face. Revolta and Yang, they decide to peace out, end of the line. Not gonna get bounced against the wall and still no kill. Look at the damage on the bot lane. Macau and Jockster, they're under threat, they're in trouble. That's a dash forward. Jockster may not want this. Exhaust goes out, down to 50, summon a heal, flash away. Exhaust under the tower, first blood to death. He gets out of tower range and Jockster flashes from tower, eat the chair, trades 2 for 1.
And exactly what you expect out of the LPL team. EDG go aggressive, they win the 2v2, pick up the 2 for 1 trade, and Deft and Mako just look very crisp.
And it's massive that they're able to kill both of them, because then they're also able to get the wave a little bit into the tower, and Deft gets to soak up all that experience. It's going to give them a very favorable buy time.
And let's have a look at it again. ITZ actually stepped forward into this trade. They think it's going to be okay here with Jockster.
And I think they decided to go aggressive because they were worried about being out-sustained, but they just completely misjudged the damage right here. Deft is so deftly able to go outside the minion wave and get his Qs through it to be able to hit Macau with all of his harass. So really just well played by Deft and Mako. Going in for that final kill is actually worth it because it denies enough of the experience and still gives the assist gold over to Deft. So just well done across the board.
30 CS to 40 in that bottom lane. Macau and Jockster, no summoners. Although it is equaled by Deft and Mako as well as the Tia and the Sheen. So gonna go for that Iceborne, the old school blue build that you were talking about during Picks and Bans, Spawn.
Yeah, it certainly is. You can see that's a dream verse buy here because you're able to get all of the flat mana out of the tier. As the ITZ and CBLOL region showing how much they really do love this squad.
To be fair, I'm not fully aware China is on the Twitter train, so that could be why the vote is.
You get out of here with that logic, Flickshot.
But it is amazing how much support and honestly pressure INTZ are going to be under, because they're not really the most favored team when you look at the CBLOL region, and they've got a lot of fans that they have to live up to, because Brazil, they won a game 2 years ago. They won 2 games last year. That means the pressure's on to get 3 this year.
Exactly. The last thing you want to do is regress, but they've been placed into a pretty difficult group, and this is the most difficult team in the group. They have to play right off the bat.
Well, look at this. Macau going trading in a 1v2. Decent amount of damage to Deft, but the sustain will be up.
Revolta's here.
He's got those summoners. Oh, he's solo.
Oh, this is going to be trouble. Deft, that's a flash forward from Revolta. Deft is down. Mako gets taken up by the resonating strike. INTZ get 2.
For all the praise we heaped onto Deft and Mako before, we have to give it right back to Macau and Jockster, because they're the ones that set up that gank, and Revolta just came to reap the rewards because they pushed them so deep into the turret that they got Deft 1 hit away as Revolta was just able to walk in there. So very well done by Macau and Jockster.
For the second time today, a team who's qualified from the wildcard qualifier shows up in the opening 10 minutes. Going toe-to-toe with some of the best players in the world. Let's see what Yang can do. Pressure's on him to show up. Mega Gnar's going to be able to pop shortly down the bottom lane. Clear Love's not going to be able to defend the tower. He gets jumped on. Revolta's warthog forward. Clear Love's gone down. Pawn has arrived for the fight, though. They've traded 1 for 1. Pawns are going to clear up. That's a second. Deft gets the kill on the back end. Pawn shuts down Macau. Mega Gnar's up for Gnar. Yang throws Mouse against the wall. Mouse eats the ice ball. Here comes Tonkers. Gets the kill. Trading back and forth. It's a 2 for 3 at the end of the day.
And INTZ cross map completely outplay EDG. It's a 3 for 3 report right now, so you have to look for that play in the bottom lane. However, Revolta might want something top.
Yeah, they have to be clean on this gank. Yang will need to get this done first. Can he get it? Oh,
the knock comes out. Mouse is able to hop to a minion. Here comes Yang. Yang's got turret aggro. Crunches and wallops forward. Tower aggro goes down. They end up trading 1 for 1, and Revolta's putting damage on the tower.
Because of the assist gold, INTZ will get more in that trade, but the question will be about the loss in map pressure. Since Clear Love is back in base, I think that's still okay despite how well Mouse played the game.
Not only the map pressure, however, now the CS discrepancy is 32 at 10 minutes into this game. Yang is completely punishing Mouse at this stage.
And you have to step back. Revolta, 2-1-2. He hasn't played Lee Sin since the International Wildcard Invitational before MSI. It was a win against the Saigon Jokers, and Revolta is pulling further ahead.
Exactly, and Spawn got to cast so many of Yang and Revolta's games in IWC, and they were really good as far as a duo is concerned. This was just a great kill.
Yeah, it certainly was, and I guess Revolta even gets to put a little bit of the style on here, kicks him back into the turret.
Becoming more and more strategic. low kills per minute. You touched on that in our pre-game spawn, and ITZ somewhat famous in CBLOL for playing the map, playing the macro. Yang and Revolta, they're looking to double team Mouse. This time round, the stun, the kick. Mouse may as well play pinball. He's gonna go down. The boulder toss finishes it off.
And he is getting no help, and EDG isn't able to make plays happen anywhere else on the map. They did pick a high CC composition. They didn't pull ahead in the laning phase, so they're actually running out of options.
Oh, Mako's in trouble! Talkers unleashes the damage for INTZ's 9th kill.
And EDG across the map is just falling apart, and I do think it is that point on the CC. Normally this is ClearLove's part.
He had in this game. They picked for their bottom lane, they didn't get ganks for him, and then they just left Mouse out to dry over and over again, and that advantage is just spread across the entire map.
Oh, tension's building here. Red buff was picked up by Deft. A lot of damage caught onto Revolta. Tidal Wave comes out, flash away from Doctor.
This is what
Flash
they want.
forward for Pawn. Hemo Plague in the back. Teleport's coming down, but ClearLove's alive. Pawn should be able to run this one down. Yang's not joined this fight just yet. Mikau's in trouble. All of a sudden, EDG punish INT.
Deft.
Oh, Deft has got a lot of damage to play with. Revolta fancies it onto Maiko. Looks for Deft. Kicks Deft backwards, and Yang gets the red buff. Turns his attention to Maiko. Maiko's on 200 HP. Wallop. No! Yang gets a goal! Sends one into a
Happening spawn. Like, yes, EDG is making misplays, and they seem like they had a lack of game plan, but the level in which Ince is showing up in this game is insane. Now it's all about zoning ClearLove off this. They get the stun. Yang, he's going to try and zone him off Baron completely.
taking a look at Mouse. Mouse is already down. He's away from the team. Yang's looking for Pawn. Yang's got Mega Gnar shortly, but Baron is picked up.
Baron and Race are just going to continue to try and play with it. Engage.
They go. They're onto him.
Mikau's in trouble. Glacial Fisher comes down, but Mikau is popped. Pawn survives the unleashed power, and the duo for INTZ are down. Yang's left alone. A little bit of support from Revolta. Look at the bowling ball pin.
Squad looking to take 2 instead of 1.
Well, Tokers is going to get to that mid lane shortly. Throws out some of those spears. That at least saves the inner turret. Yang gonna run into a 1v2. He's in trouble now. Flash and GA is available. Mega Gnar comes up. Good stun. Yang wants to turn it around. Ooh. He does it. Now he's looking for Pawn. Remember, Yang can come back. GA is up. It's now a 1v2. Surely he can't do this one. Jockster's running from the river. 1v4. And Yang gets shut down.
And however, they have done a good job of, inching that pink ward vision up. EDG still wrestling for control here. However, INTZ have got firm control over that river area, and now Revolta can maybe look for that kick that we keep talking about, but EDG just playing this so patiently.
Take a look at this. Arrow comes out, connects onto ClearLove. Tidal Wave is cancelled by Jockster. Revolta finds the Sonic Wave. Deft is alone. ClearLove's down. 5v4. Pawn's looking for Tokers. Tokers running for his life. Sanguine Pool was used. Good Gnar. Mouse is out. There's no more damage to follow up. Pawn's running for his life. They've traded 1 for 3. But Tokers gets the shutdown, and they turn for Baron.
We focused on it, ClearLove, and then when Pod tried to enter the backline, the entire team came to peel. It's a 3-for-1, and most likely the Baron.
And flashing in a straight line is such a sin, and ClearLove wasn't able to dodge out of that arrow with everything available. INTZ now at 35 minutes in.
They're still going to have the advantage, but if this gets to 90,000 to 80,000, that's when it's not going to matter anymore, and EDG will effectively be caught up. Look at this.
Oh, flash forward.
Yeah!
Just so easy.
Doing there.
That's why there was quotation
pushing
marks.
the inhibitor there. He's trying to keep the minion wave at bay, but they do not have vision. EDG is out of sorts.
Deft got stunned.
Ash Arrow finds him. Deft is down. Revolta's looking for more. Doesn't use the Dragon Blade. Does this time round. Deft gets caught. Unleashed power onto Mako. INTZ, they may have done it. They've got a 4-on-2, and they're looking at the Nexus.
19 kills to 12, 42 minutes. It seemed like it was stretching out, but this is going to be it.
San Francisco is going crazy. Brazil scored the biggest goal of the tournament so far. They're taking down the LPL, and Brazil.
It was a mismatch, and Mouse, he's middle of the road in the LPL, but LPL isn't known for good top laners. Looper's probably pretty peerless right at the top of that list, and Yang just kind of put him in the dumpster.
All right, well, this is going to take us to our final replay here. 34 minutes into the game, 3-0 for ITZ, plus Baron putting the nail in the coffin.
Just flash the arrow. Really good block here. The Braum shield negating Nami ulti. That buys enough space and time for the Lee Sin, and another beautiful kick flash there.
It's a nice little double kick, and I love this flash over the wall right here. That's going to allow Ashe to deal so much more damage than she normally would have, and I think that was really the highlight for that fight for me, being able to put yourself in a position that is still dealing damage and that your team is nearby so that if you get killed, you can still contribute to the fight.
All right, but let's take a look at those damage graphs there and see that Gnar. Yang just being an absolute monster, goes with that double offensive item with the Frozen Mallet and the Black Cleaver, and just being a split push presence throughout the game.
It was the item timings as well. He had a Black Cleaver against, I believe, a Stinger and part of the rest of Trinity Force. It was 20 minutes before that Trinity Force was completed. There's no way back in for Mousen, no way back in for EDG.
So no surprise then that Yang picks up player of the game here, although we do have to give a nod to Revolta for his play. We saw the Lee Sin mechanics coming out time and time again, but Yang there against Mouse, it was the proper choice, putting one of your strongest players against one of EDG's weakest player and exploiting that difference.
Yeah, we're already discovering in this tournament how important like top jungle synergy can be, because it can break open matchups. Like these bot lanes are getting better at losing gracefully, but top lane 2v1, like the best players in the world can get killed 2v1, and the not so best players in the world will get killed 4 or 5 times in a row.
All right, so now let's take a deep breath, because EDG lost game 1, but there's still 5 more games in the group stages. So I would now turn to you guys and say, do we still have faith that this EDG team can turn things around in the group stage and strike back later on down the road?
I think faith is a dangerous word. Confidence, perhaps? Maybe. They definitely have the track record. Remember, they came in after an undefeated season. Best of 1, it's a very different thing, but the jungle pull, I think, was the big story there. The Graves just meant that Clearlove couldn't make the plays, but his top laner was too far behind. Vladimir's not great to gank for, and Clearlove was a non-factor this game.
I just like how it changes the story of the group, where we used to have EDG clear favorite, you know, ITZ going for scraps here at the bottom. No. After seeing H2K versus AHQ, anything is possible.
Flipped on its head now.
Especially with Yang and Revolta.
All right, well, there's more League of Legends left to play today, and so stick around, because when we return, Samsung Galaxy faces off against Splice. See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Game 4 of the 2016 World Championship. Down to 50, summon a heal, flash your way, exhaust, under the tower, first blood to death. He gets out of tower range, and Jockster flashes from tower, eat the chair.
Tô batendo na Nami. Boa. Ele quer descer o Vlad. Boa. Leva torre.
Oh, he got him. Gotta find him. The stun, the wall, the pin. Mouse gets knocked backwards. Revolta plays pinball. Maiko looks for Def, kicks Def backwards, and Yang gets the red buff. Turns his attention to Maiko. Maiko's on 200 HP. Wallop. Oh!
Nice. Estamos levaram. Irelia. Cadê o Vlad? Eu tenho a Valcha nesse Vlad. Vai, Irelia. Vlad.
Oh, Ash Arrow finds him! Deft is down! Revolta's looking for more! Doesn't use the Dragon Blade! Does this time round! Deft gets caught! Brazil scored the biggest goal of the tournament so far! They're taking down the LPL, and Brazil